Hey, what's up, everyone? This is me, Dre. I wanted to make this video about the story that happened earlier today in Charleston, South Carolina, the shooting at the church. Now, from what I'm understanding, from what I read at CNN.com, there were 13 people in the church, and suddenly a white gentleman named Dylan Roth allegedly stands up and says, "I'm here to kill black people," opens fire and kills the pastor and 8 others and spares 3. He goes on the run, and thanks to the rapid response of law enforcement, they were able to catch him within a few hours. Just want to give a kudos to law enforcement out there for doing what they do and apprehending the suspect. There's not a lot to this story as of yet, but it's definitely sad when you can see that people are in a place of worship. And for me, I've made it abundantly clear in the past that I am not a practicing believer of faith in anything. I'm not a atheist. I was actually born and raised Methodist. I have a church back home in Scotland, Maryland, where my grandfather used to attend, and pretty much a lot of my family is still goes. But I just don't practice religion for personal reasons. But I respect anyone who goes to the place of worship to find peace, whichever way they do. And when something like this happens, it's heart-wrenching. But my heart definitely goes out to the family of the 9 people that were killed. This is a tragic event all the same, and I express my condolences. Now, when going through Facebook, one of my friends on Facebook, they tried to allege that maybe it was due to mental instability. And I want to go on a record by saying for something like this, no, it's definitely not mental instability. Whenever you go into a church knowing that you're going to commit this act, this is not mental instability. This is an entitlement, and this is someone committing a heinous act. Law enforcement, they're opening an investigation. They're deeming this as a hate crime. So they're going to look into the different things. When you look at a picture of Dylan Roth, you see a couple of patches on which they think might be tied to some sort of white supremacist group. So it's really difficult to say, but all the same, there are 9 lives that have been taken today, and that's the fact of the matter. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of focus on the discussion of the shooter and not so much on the victims. So I wanted to make this video. Unfortunately, I don't have the names of the victims because I would have been more than obliged to ensure that their names are spoken and acknowledged so that their families understand that there are people that do care. As the story goes, and I'll keep an eye on this, the main thing I wanted to focus on once again was the fact that this has happened. I'm hoping that it doesn't turn into a situation where they try to make excuses for any type of mental instability, primarily because me personally, I'm sick and tired of when something goes on. And I want to make this statement right now that this isn't me trying to play any race card, but the truth is when a white guy goes and commits some sort of act, they try to tie it to some sort of a breakdown in psychology. And also when they paint a picture of him, they might say how brilliant he was in school, or he was employee of the month at his job. But when you look at situations to where if this was a black person that had gone into the church, whether it's a black church or a white church, how many thugs is he going to be called? That's the truth. And I have a right to say this because this is my channel, first and foremost, but that is the truth. When you look at James Holmes, the guy that went into the movie theater in Denver and shot everything up, they tried to focus on the fact that he was a neuroscience student at the University of Colorado. But when you look at Daron Went, the suspect that's on the run for the murders at the mansion in D.C., one of the first things that they talked about in media outlets is how he had trouble with the law. They didn't talk about anything positive. So I'm kind of interested to see how they're going to paint the picture of this guy, because it'd be highly upsetting to overlook the fact that he went into a church, gets up and shoots people, whether white or black. But the fact that he shot people in the place of worship, that's the most troubling thing. But to say it's because of psychosis, because he was mentally ill, didn't get the love and attention from home, when really all he probably needed was a good firm ass kicking from mom or dad. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave the video at this. I wanted to make this short video just to acknowledge the families of those who are lost. And if you like this video, hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Peace.